Assalamu alaikum and welcome. Today's going to be a quick video, and I'm actually going to be telling you guys about something I've noticed it's a bit subversive, and it's happening in Islam, right? So let's have a look. This is talking about the Day of Judgment. Then we will turn to whatever deeds they did, reducing them to scattered dust. On that day, the residents of paradise will have the best settlement and the finest place of rest. The day the heavens will burst with clouds, and the angels will be sent down in successive ranks. True authority on that day will belong to the most compassionate, and it will be a hard day for the disbelievers. Now, a lot of people are like, whoa, what's he trying to get to? Don't worry, I'm getting to the point. And the day the wrongdoers will bite their nails. Oh, I wish I had followed the way along with the messenger. Woe to me, I wish I had never taken so and so as a close friend. It was he who truly made me stray from the reminder after it had reached me. And Satan always betrayed humility. The messenger has cried, "O my Lord, my people have indeed received this Quran with neglect." Now, what I find very interesting here, right, is that the day of judgment, right, Muhammad will come and he say, "Oh my Lord, my people have indeed received this Quran with neglect." Now, actually, I prefer corpus, but here's the thing, right? That we're getting to this bit where it's the Day of Judgment, and Muhammad comes, and the word here, right, a forsaken thing. And what's happened, right? Who are his people, right? My people. Well, here's the thing. The people of Muhammad are the Arabs. And what have they done with Islam, right? They have brought idolatry to Islam, right? You see these Arabs. I said I said something to one Arab. I'm translating the Quran. He said, "Oh no, you can't do that. That's a sin," right? For a start, I wasn't actually translating. I was just removing all the brackets. If you guys notice, I never read with the brackets in there. I always don't say it because those are just things that you can add extra things into the Quran as a hadith. It's just like not needed, right? You don't need this as just read it without the brackets. Your brain will actually learn to understand it, right? So anyway, let's talk about the Arabs, right? The Arabs come across as so pious. They go around the modesty police, right? For a start, that's an act of tyranny, but we're not going to get into that. But they've inserted idolatry into the religion. For a start, they put Muhammad and Ibrahim on the same level as Allah, right? When you're making salah, a lot of these people at the end of it, they say Ibrahim, they say Muhammad. Why? You're worshipping Allah. Do not be saying the names of people when you're worshipping Allah, right? If you were, let's say, there was an award ceremony and you'd won this award, right? And they were giving you your praise, and they were saying, "No, Abdul, he won this award for being so awesome and so great. Oh, by the way, Jennifer and Mahmoud, they were also very good, and we think they're also pretty cool, right?" Abdul was suddenly thinking, "You guys were praising me a moment ago. Why are you talking about other people?" Right? So when you're doing your salah, don't be mentioning other people. Secondarily, right? And that includes Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu an Muhammadun Rasulullah. Just say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. That's enough. Secondarily, right? You have symbolatry. I know you guys have been seeing this. Right, look at this. This is an ancient symbol. The cow, right? We all know what happened when when Musa went up the mountain and those stupid Jews started worshipping the cows, right? Look at this symbol, right? The crescent moon. It is literally the symbol of horns. You see it everywhere. Secondarily, there's a Freemason. Now, I used to be in a Masonic cult, and it is a cult. They will tell you, we're just trying to find no, it's a lie, right? They're not looking into the mysteries or whatever. But they love these pillars lining the doorways. And what do you get in the masjid? Pillars lining the doorway. This is to show which way the Kaaba is, right? Why? This is Masonic. Secondarily, they have we've idolatrized the Kaaba. Why? You don't need pictures of the Kaaba in your house. I'm not one of these guys who'd be like, bruvs and bruvettes, don't be having pictures. There's nothing in the Quran that says you can't have pictures. If you want to have a poster of Pokemon or whatever on your wall, have at it. It's fine, right? And if you want a poster of Kaaba, that's fine, right? But what I'm saying is that we've kind of idolatrized, like you can go to YouTube, right? And you can do Kaaba live feed. And let's see how many people. 10,000 people are watching a live feed of the Kaaba, right? And if you combine this, and all the other things, you're going to have a lot of thousands of people. Why are you looking at the Kaaba, right? Don't waste your time staring at a box. I'm sorry, right? It's an important location, but why, right? Instead of staring at this, maybe read the Quran if you want to feel Islamic. Secondarily, there's people like, oh, but the hadith. Alright, so let's read this. Woe that day to the deniers. So what message after this would they believe? And again, I didn't include the bracket, but obviously the context is after this would be the Quran. Sorry. فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَهُ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Right? You notice the word hadithin.
Hadithin.
Right? Thank you for speaking that. The point is, فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَهُ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Then what hadith, right? Message, verse, statement, hadith all means the same thing, And what hadith after this will they believe? People are, but the Quran says, to follow Allah and the Messenger. Okay, I will follow the Messenger. Point me to where he is. Oh wait, he's dead? Well, I can't follow him then. You cannot follow somebody who's died. It's like, wait, I know, somebody be like, Abdul, which is not my name. But why don't you follow the things that he said? Okay, do you have something written down in the lifetime of him? No. Okay, well, how can I follow? But somebody told somebody who told somebody who told somebody who told somebody. It passed through 7 people over the course of hundreds of years. I don't know any of these people. Secondarily, it is by definition something Allah forbids. In fact, if you just go to Corpus, right? corpus.quran.com and just type in message. Only goes by right. It only goes by the English when you want to type it in there, but you can actually, pro tip, do that. Right? You go here and you can actually look up how many times the word hadith is used. They use the word statement, but even then, right? Statement. Well, what is the hadith? It is literally the statement of Allah, right? Statement of the Prophet, right? That's what the hadiths are. That his statements written down. So even people can't twist it and say, but it doesn't mean that because the hadiths are not they are statements, right? That day, those who disobeyed the messenger as they would, and they will not conceal from Allah any statement, And there's so many things in the Quran. In fact, more than 10 verses in the Quran where it says those who are going to hell, those who are deniers, are following verses, other than Allah. So people following this, they're turning away from them. You should not be following hadiths. Hadiths are evil and they lead to idolatry. And we've idolized the prophets. So we've also idolized the Kaaba. So will you guys stop for the love of God, right? Because there's just so much where, for the love of Allah. But yeah, there's just so much. These are the verses after you, and we recite to you in truth. Then what statement after Allah and His verses would they believe? Right? So what statement? And when did the Hadith come? Before or after? Well, it clearly came after. And people, you see the Quran was not written down until X hundred years after the Prophet died. That's a lie. Why? Because the Quran refers to itself as kitab, book. The book. So many times. Right? What's the word book in this? Oh, wait. No, wrong one. This is the scripture. The point is, like, Allah refers to itself, the Quran, as a book. So many times. Like, almost all of these times where it uses the word book, it's referring to itself. I mean, the Quran is referring to itself. So, yeah, that's the point. Follow the Quran, nothing else. This is the scripture. Anyway, so that's enough. I've rambled, I've gone on and on. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and happy Ramadan.